Today's video, I'm going to be making a beat with 10 super random samples. I'm going to be manipulating them, stretching them, warping them, turning different sounds into melodic samples. Stick around all the way to the end to hear the full finished beat. I want to give a shout out to Boombox. They selected me for the Boombox battle. Boombox is a platform for storing, sharing, and collaborating on projects with other musicians. You can sign up for free with the link down in the description below and get 4 gigs of space. They also do $500 gift card giveaways every single month. And again, hit that link down in the description to get signed up. Let's hop right into the video and let's get cooking. You get me. All right, so here are the 10 sounds that I will be using. Let's start at the top with this one called Airport. That's good. We're going to turn that into something fire, some sort of chord progression. I'll probably change the end length, and then we'll make a nice chord progression out of that. Next up, we got Astral Glide. Oof. Yeah, that's fire. That's a vibe. Choir. Ooh, Dolphin. Hey, Flipper. Ferrari. Used as like some transitional stuff. Guitar shred. Hey. Yeah. All right, we got a melody loop here. That's fire. What else we got? It's this one called Metal Factory. Gonna add that in, maybe texturize some drums.
Please mind the gap between the train and the platform.
Hey, we got some vocals. Please mind the gap.
Please mind the gap. Please mind the gap.
UFO. That's good for a transition right there. Like starting right from there. You can like fade it up. Simple as that. That's a nice little riser. All right, let's start with the airport sound. Trim that length right to that last little peak. I'm gonna pitch it up a full octave here. Then we can add some reverb and some delay. I made this quick little chord progression. Pretty simple, but it's a nice little vibe. I also added chorus to give it a more wide feel, makes it a little bit more stereo. I added Effectrix, and I just put vinyl like every other step. It's very slight though. I turned the mix knob almost to half, pretty much 54%. Just gives it a little bit of like pitch warping, kinda. This is the EQ that I put on it. I finished it off with a limiter just to crush it a little bit so the volume peaks just aren't like going all over the place. So it sounds a little bit more flat. At the end of the 8th bar and the 16th bar, I just duplicated the loop and then I made more of like a transitional chord progression. So basically I just took the first half of the chord progression right here and repeated it. So it just sounds like it's resolving. I could actually throw like another note maybe. Now I want to use this Astral Glide as a background, just kind of like space filler, but we had to pitch it down to get it into the right key. So I pitched this thing down 200 cents so that way it matches with this chord progression right here. Just a nice little texture, like ambient noise in the background. It fills up some space. I also threw a Panomatic on it, Fruity Panomatic, so it kind of like pans a little bit to the left and to the right automatically. And then I threw an EQ on it just to clear up some of that low, because there was a lot of low end information in there. Got rid of that. Boosted it around 1,000 or 1,100, kind of get a nice balance between the two sounds. I took this melody loop, but I wanted to do something like real different with it because it already started to sound like it was getting pretty full melodic wise, melody wise. So I added this, but I had to pitch it up 300 cents to get it in the same key. But then I also pitched it down a full octave. In order to do that without having to leave the sampler, you turn it on stretch mode, you turn this range to 12, and then you turn this pitch knob all the way down so it goes down a full octave after you've already pitched it up to the correct key that the rest of your beat is in. And then I'm gonna reverse it, and I did a heavy EQ on this, and I got rid of a ton of lows all the way up to like 260, and then got rid of some highs also. And I'm really tucking this down. Like the level on this thing is super low, and I stereo separated that completely on that knob right there. It's barely noticeable, so I'll solo it out first. I also added some reverb on this reverb send right here. Gives it a little bit more of a distant feel. Now listen to it with all 3 of those. Sounds nice and full. And I did one more thing. I took the dolphins. So I changed the length so it's only 2 little dolphin squeaks or squeals, whatever you want to call those little noises. I pitched it down a full octave, and then I pitched it down another full octave on the range with that same technique I just showed you that I did with that other melodic sample. And I threw Effectrix on it, and I threw this random preset. I was just kind of going through presets to see if I could get like a nice vibe out of it. So this is the Effectrix preset, and then this is the EQ. So we cut some lows, we cut a bunch of highs because there was already a lot of high-end information going on in there, so I cut all that out so it doesn't clash with that, and we just got a nice little mid-low, mid-high range going on here. This is what that sounds like by itself. Just got a nice groove to it. Last sample that I used is, again, that UFO. Nice. We can give a quick listen to the drums that I created. Here's the 808 pattern by itself. Simple, straightforward 808 pattern. Here's the rest of the drums with the 808. I'm going to play through this full beat right after this, so make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to try out Boombox for yourself, hit the link down in the description below. It's free to sign up. You get me.